of 9. 1, 2, 3 of 9. Server is now full. Game starting in 10 seconds. Class, Platonic Squid 38 join your game 10 slash. Chat screen. Press the circle. Player view. 2 of 2 of 9. 1. Black Reaper 2904 died in the void. Flinder plays 65 scored. 6, 4, 1. Insanely 29 thought they could survive in the void while escaping Platonic Squid 38. Platonic Squid 38 was slain by Flinder plays 65. Argidon died in the void. Black Reaper 2904 died in the void. Wolverine at 2010 was slain by Flinder plays 65. Flinder plays 65 thought they could swim in lava while fighting Platonic Squid 38. Argidon thought they could survive in the void. Minegrl 998240 died in the void. Sentinel announcement. Avoid drag clicking or modifying click debounce times. Doing so can result in a cheating ban. Block Kyle Precken 13 thought they could survive in the void. Black Reaper 2904 died in the void. Wolverine at 2010 died in the void. Flinder plays 65 died in the void while escaping Platonic Squid 38. Gamer Kitty 5467 thought they could survive in the void while escaping Insanely 29. Argidon died in the void. Wolverine at 2010 thought they could survive in the void while escaping Insanely 29. Black Reaper 2904 thought they could survive in the void. Minegrl 998240 was slain by Insanely 29. Platonic Squid 38 died in the void while escaping Insanely 29. Patuxi 127U died in the void. Wolverine at 2010 thought they could survive in the void while escaping Insanely 29. Flinder plays 65 was slain by Gamer Kitty 5467. Argidon died in the void. Platonic Squid 38 thought they could survive in the void while escaping Insanely 29. Chat screen. Player view. 1. Block Kyle Precken thought they could survive in the void. Player view. 1 of 9. Wolverine at 2010 thought they could survive in the void. Gamer Kitty 5467 thought they could survive in the void while escaping Flinder plays 65. Argidon thought they could survive in the void. Flinder plays 65 thought they could survive in the void while escaping Platonic Squid 38. Minegrl 998240 scored. Platonic Squid 38 scored. Black Reaper 2904 thought they could survive in the void while escaping Gamer Kitty 5467. Argidon thought they could survive in the void. Gamer Kitty 5467 was slain by Flinder plays 65. Argidon thought they could survive in the void. 2 of 1. Flinder plays 65 scored. Argidon thought they could survive in the void. Platonic Squid 38 thought they could swim in lava. Wolverine at 2010 thought they could swim in lava. Patuxi 127U burned to death. Minegrl 998240 scored. Black Reaper 2904 died in the void while escaping Gamer Kitty 5467. Platonic Squid 38 thought they could survive in the void. Flinder plays 65 died in the void. Argidon died in the void. Gamer Kitty 5467 died in the void. Wolverine at 2010 thought they could swim in lava while fighting Flynder plays 65. Lock Kyle Precken 13 scored. Patuxi 127 U was slain by Platonic Squid 38. Black Reaper 2904 died in the void while escaping Gamer Kitty 5467. Flynder plays 65 was slain by Platonic Squid 38. Wolverine at 2010 thought they could survive in the void. Resident thought they could survive in the void. Insanilly 29 was slain by Platonic Squid 38. You can't break blocks below your team. MINEGRL 998240 scored. Platonic Squid 38 scored. Gamer Kitty 5467 scored. Flynder plays 65 died in the void. Resident died in the void. Top players blue. Flynder plays 65 red. Minutes, 15 seconds. 6, K, 7, pit entries, 2, class, Platonic Squid 38 join your game 4 tenths. Class, Lock Kyle Precken 13 join your game 5 tenths. Class, MINEGRL 998240 join your game 6 tenths. Class, Flynder plays 65 join your game 7 tenths. Class, Black Reaper 2904 join your game 8 tenths. Class, Resident join your game 9 tenths. Server is now full. Game starting in 10 seconds. Class, Gamer Kitty 5467 join your game 10/10. Block Wars Bridges is starting in 5 seconds. Block Wars Bridges is starting in 4 seconds. Block Wars Bridges is starting in 3 seconds. Block Wars Bridges is starting in 2 seconds. Block Wars Bridges is starting in 1 second. Let the games begin. Selected normal. Selected due to no votes. Resident thought they could survive in the void. Platonic Squid 38 thought they could survive in the void. Patuxi 127 U died in the void. Flynder plays 65 died in the void. MINEGRL 998240 was slain by Insanilly 29. Wolverine at 2010 thought they could survive in the void. Resident died in the void. Wolverine at 20. Insanilly 20. Player view. 4 of 3 of 9. 2 of 1. 6 of 9. Platonic Squid 38 thought they could survive in the void while escaping Gamer Kitty 5467. Wolverine at 2010 thought they could survive in the void. Resident died in the void. Gamer Kitty 5467 died in the void while escaping Insanilly 29. Wolverine at 2010 thought they could survive in the void. Leemanecraft 55 died in the void. MINEGRL 998240 scored. Insanilly 29 thought they could survive in the void. Resident thought they could survive in the void. Leemanecraft 55 picked up a speed power up. Patuxi 127 U thought they could survive in the void while escaping Gamer Kitty 5467. Black Reaper 2904 thought they could survive in the void while escaping Platonic Squid 38. Wolverine at 2010 thought they could survive in the void. Platonic Squid 38 thought they could survive in the void. Resident thought they could survive in the void. Leemanecraft 55 scored. MINEGRL 998240 scored. Wolverine at 2010 thought they could survive in the void. Black Reaper 2904 thought they could survive in the void. Resident thought they could survive in the void. Insanilly 29 thought they could survive in the void. Gamer Kitty 5467 died in the void. Patuxi 127, you died in the void while escaping Lehman Craft 55. MINEGRL 998240 was slain by Lockheil Brecken 13. Platonic Squid 38 died in the void while escaping Lehman Craft 55. Lehman Craft 55 thought they could survive in the void while escaping Platonic Squid 38. Black Reaper 2904 died in the void while escaping Lockheil Brecken 13. Platonic Squid 38 thought they could survive in the void. Adjutant thought they could survive in the void. Lehman Craft 55 thought they could survive in the void while escaping Wolverine at 2010. Gamer Kitty 5467 scored. Wolverine at 2010 scored. Black Reaper 2904 died in the void. Adjutant thought they could survive in the void while escaping Insanely 29. Patuxi 127 you thought they could survive in the void while escaping Lehman Craft 55. Gamer Kitty 5467 was slain by Insanely 29. Platonic Squid 38 thought they could survive in the void while escaping Lehman Craft 55. MINEGRL 998240 scored. Wolverine at 2010 was slain by Adjutant. MINEGRL 998240 picked up a jump power up. Adjutant thought they could survive in the void. Gamer Kitty 5467 died in the void. Platonic Squid 38 thought they could survive in the void while escaping Lehman Craft 55. Adjutant died in the void. Lehman Craft 55 died in the void while escaping Wolverine at 2010. Wolverine at 2010 was slain by Gamer Kitty 5467. Insanely 29 was slain by Gamer Kitty 5467. Top players blue, Lockheil Brecken 13 red, MINEGRL 998240. Game length, 5 minutes, 15 seconds. Kills, 6. Deaths, 10. KD, 0.6. Class, Platonic Squid 38 joined your game 5/10. Class, Lockheil Brecken 13 joined your game 6/10. Class, 1080, player view. Insanely 29 was slain by Gamer Kitty 5467. Juju 7628 was slain by MINEGRL 998240. Estate 3 Benson 5392 died in the void while escaping Wolverine at 2010. MINEGRL 998240 died in the void while escaping Wolverine at 2010. Love pre-scored. Gamer Kitty 5467 died in the void while escaping Wolverine at 2010. Wolverine at 2010 scored. Adjutant thought they could survive in the void. Platonic Squid 38 was slain by Estate 3 Benson 5392. MINEGRL 998240 died in the void while escaping Lovepre. Lovepre died in the void while escaping Gamer Kitty 5467. Wolverine at 2010 was slain by Gamer Kitty 5467. Platonic Squid 38 thought they could survive in the void. Juju 7628 was slain by Gamer Kitty 5467. Adjutant thought they could survive in the void. Lovepre thought they could survive in the void. Insanely 29 scored. Insanely 29 died in the void. Adjutant died in the void while escaping Platonic Squid 38. Gamer Kitty 5467 scored. MINEGRL 998240 scored. Platonic Squid 38 was slain by Lockheil Brecken 13. Wolverine at 2010 scored. Juju 7628 scored. Resident thought they could survive in the void. Wolverine at 2010 scored. Estate 3 Benson 5392 scored. Vincent Elite 29 was slain by Lock Kyle Brecken 13. Gamer Kitty 5467 scored. Juju 7628 scored. Love Pre scored. MINEGRL 998240 fell to their death while escaping Wolverine at 2010. Estate 3 Benson 5392 thought they could survive in the void while escaping Love Pre. Platonic Squid 38 was slain by MINEGRL 998240. Wolverine at 2010 was slain by MINEGRL 998240. Estate 3 Benson 5392 was slain by Love Pre. Lock Kyle Brecken 13 died in the void. XXSNIP3X scored. Juju 7628 scored. Wolverine at 2010 scored. Love Pre scored. Platonic Squad 38 scored. Gamer Kitty 5467 scored.